let's see what's happening behind the crew door. Come on in. Today we have a very special guest on board. It is our Art Auctioneer, the man in charge of all of the art on board. Andy, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Bob.
In a nutshell, tell us what you do here on board the ship.
Well, I got a very fun job, actually. I not only get to curate the gallery down on deck number 5, we have actually one of the largest galleries at sea, great collection. But also on top of that, I get to host some events up in the Explorers Lounge, one of your necks of the woods. During the day we take over sometimes, and we do some live auctions, and we do some great informative seminars as well.
Here on the interview, we want to get behind the scenes and see, first of all, where were you born, where'd you go to school, and what was that first thought that got into your head about working on a cruise ship?
So I was born in Melbourne, Australia. So second largest city, very culturally diverse city, very artistic city. So I always had a love of this kind of thing. And I studied university at Victoria University, which is one of our many universities. We're very fortunate down there to have so many.
Right.
And I studied business management and finished that. And basically, I went away to have a bit of fun for sort of a year, and I worked in the Great Barrier Reef.
Really?
Yeah, on an island. So it's actually quite an iconic resort called Hayman Island. It's got one of the most photographed pools in the world. It's a very large pool. So I worked there, and one day I was on a transfer yacht that we had to go and pick up new guests and so forth.
Right.
And a new staff member was coming. I meant to say crew member, but staff on land, crew on the ship.
Right.
So she came and she was telling me she'd worked for Princess. And this is back in very early 2008. And at that time, it got me the idea of working on a ship. So I took a job, or I took a few interviews, and actually on board one of the ships when it was in port in Melbourne.
Oh, yeah?
So that was kind of fun. First time I'd ever been on a cruise ship. Had an interview, and 2 months later, March 2008, I was on my first Princess ship. Actually, I was working for one of your teams. I was a crew staff.
Oh, were you really?
So that just happened to be the job that was available,
Right.
and they liked to have people that had some experience in hotels and resorts at least, and which I'd had at that point. So I did that for about 4 years. I was a crew staff.
Fantastic.
Doing all the fun activities, and then I changed over. Along the way, I'd done some extra courses online, and when I was on vacation in art, I really had this hankering for art. And about 4.5 years ago, I changed over to be the Art Auctioneer. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now the final question, tell us something nobody knows about you.
Well, the exact same week that I got the email saying that I got the job for Princess Cruises, I also at the same time got accepted into the police force.
Wow!
And I had to choose between the two.
Honestly, I think you made the safe choice.
Yeah, I mean, I was 21, now I look back at 30 and I think, I'm glad I've done this. It's been a lot of fun.
Without a doubt.
If I wanted to do the police after this, I'd have to get back in shape. That's the one thing about being on a cruise ship. But yeah, so I basically, I could have been maybe, a sergeant in the police force after 9 years. Instead, here I am on the ships. So
fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.